Hey there, welcome to Journal with Patrick, the podcast where we turn simple reflection into growth, one prompt at a time. Whether you're here just to write or think or hang out with me, I am so glad that you're here. Today's prompt is a simple one, but the more you dissect it, the deeper it gets. What is one thing that you need to let go of? Maybe you already know what your answer is, or maybe it will come to you as we talk. Either way, grab a pen and paper if you don't have those handy, or you can't try because you might be driving when you listen to this, or multitasking. Just reflect with me. Just stay with me and think about it. I've been on this journey of self-improvement for a long time ago, more than 10 years. In fact, I believe it's 13 years this year. And I've collected lots of things. I've been reading dozens of books. I've taken lots of courses. And I've seen lots of different methods and strategies. So it's really wild when you think about it. And there is one thing that I did recently, which I find very, a big turning point for me in my life. One thing that you need to know about me is that I'm a life coach, and I've worked with some people, which is pretty awesome. But I've also tried to turn that into a, full-time online business. That's been so difficult. And along the way, I took a lot of marketing and business courses too. And the one thing you might be shocked to hear is that I just gave away all my marketing books. All of them. They're gone. And I didn't have a huge collection, but I had a fair amount, maybe 10 books. And all of them, I read them once and twice and 3 times. I reviewed them over and over. I picked little pieces, to see how it could help me in the stage of business that I was in. And for the last 6 years, I've been really trying to crack this code of entrepreneurship. I studied everything I could. I bought all these courses that I told you about, like big name gurus. But to be honest, something never clicked. I don't think it was from a lack of effort, to be honest. I was working hard. I was trying the systems, but there was this constant, friction. I was forcing myself into doing something that I didn't really feel like doing. Eventually, I realized something that changed everything for me. And that is that I don't have to make this work. I just have to stop forcing what's not really meant for me to do. And that's where this prompt came from. What is one thing you need to let go of? One of my first experiences with this came when I joined one of these business programs that taught life coaches how to get clients. So that seemed perfect for me, right? It was an amazing program, great structure, great mentors, really smart people when you think about it. So their whole strategy revolved around in-person conversations and prospecting. And I tried, to be honest, I really did. But every time I approached someone, I had this idea of feeling like I was selling something to someone, which I get it was the whole point. But at the same time, it didn't feel authentic for me to just meet people because I know I want to sell them something. And I kept pushing through, there was so much friction, so much uncertainty, and I just kept pushing, right? Because my belief was that I had to make it work no matter what. But surprisingly, that, I can do it all belief was actually keeping me stuck. And I was months in that situation, really trying, really going against what, I really believed in, and just putting myself out there, trying to persuade people to buy from me. And the worst part is that I saw myself I saw these things not working for me, but at the same time, I said to me, you know what, if I stop doing this, I will feel like I've been wasting a ton of time. Isn't that the worst? When you work so hard for something and it's not working and you think you have to let it go, but the one big reason stopping you from letting that go is that you've already invested a lot of time and effort. It's just insane. And I wish I had learned this lesson right away, but it took me a whole lot more experiences to do this. I tried to build other businesses, always around coaching, different niches, working with YouTube creators. That was very fun for a while. Coaching entrepreneurs, working with young men with under self-confidence. And each failure was bringing me closer to the truth. There was always something else, no matter what. For example, coaching YouTube creators, like, it sounded like super fun at the beginning. You know, there's this big creators like Mr. Beast, and you go like, oh, they have so much fun. And then you're helping like creative people move forward with their goals. It was super like attractive, but it wasn't really my thing. Like chasing virality, following trends. You have to just, make up this character that fits other people's expectations, and it doesn't feel authentic to me. I've seen very, very few people doing it in an authentic way, and some of them, they don't even have like huge YouTube channels. So I spent 2 years doing this, by the way. 2 years trying to be someone who I wasn't. And the hard truth about letting go is that it can be so heartbreaking to look at the situation and say, I've been doing this for years and I have to quit. But what is the other option? The other option is to stay on that path, continue seeing negative results, or if you're very lucky, you will see good results, and not fulfilling your purpose because you are on the wrong track. Letting go doesn't always mean to end a business or walk away from a person. Sometimes it's a little more subtle. Maybe it's a belief that you grew up with. Maybe it's a routine that is really like, killing your energy and motivation. Sometimes it's an identity that doesn't fit. Trying to be someone that you're not. And it doesn't mean you're fake or a bad person. It's just the world we live in. We are so conditioned to, put up appearances. And I think that particular problem has gotten a lot worse with social media. And, sometimes you just have to look at the problem to the face and say, I'm done. I'm gone. Like, this is over. And surprisingly, as painful as that sounds, it can be liberating. I was feeling free when I gave up on the YouTube coaching business. I was feeling free when I gave up on some of my many other ideas that I had for life coaching. So remember the prompt. What is one thing you need to let go of? You have plenty of examples in this episode. And Ray, it's time that you live a more free life. This prompt could give you the one answer that you need to start actually living. Or it could be, a small improvement. It doesn't really matter. Letting go again is not failure. It's not just quitting. It's to choose alignment. Alignment with what? Alignment between what you do and what your soul craves. Like your true purpose doesn't need to be something huge. It has to be something that you say, I love who I am and I will honor that person. So write about it, reflect on it, and don't forget to take action. This was Journaling with Patrick, and thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next episode.